Hey guys, now in this video, let's understand bridge network a bit more. So again, bridge network, it is the default network when we create a container. So for example, let's say if we create a container C1, that means Docker attaches this container to the bridge network by default. And so in this video, we will create two containers, that is container C1 and C2. Again, both C1 and C2 now they will be attached to the bridge network. And now because containers C1 and C2 they are part of the same network, that means we should be able to ping to C1 from C2. And guys, important thing, all the Docker commands from this video, those will be added in the description of this video. And now let's open PowerShell. Windows PowerShell, and let's say open. Let's maximize, I'll say clear screen. Now first, let's find out all the containers which are running. Docker PS, and see, as of now there is no container. See, just ignore this container with :dev because it's been internally used by Visual Studio. Now if I say Docker images, and if you see, this is one of the image. So basically we will create our containers C1 and C2 based on this image. So let's first clear screen. So now let's create container C1. So I will say docker run -name C1, port I will say 8100:8080, that is locally. Container C1 will be running on port 8100, and then image. Let's say enter. So it looks like it's running successfully, and let's cross check. So let's open new browser. So here I will say localhost 8100, and yes, it's working. And now let's open a new tab of PowerShell. So let's maximize clear screen. Let's find out running containers. Now guys, we have to find out the private IP of container C1, right? Because we have to ping, or we have to try to connect to C1 from C2, right? So I will say docker inspect C1, and see this first, this C1, it is the part of bridge network. So bridge is the by default network, right? And the IP address of this container is this one. So let me just copy this and let's paste it in notepad. So I'll say C1, this one. And now we have to start a new container, that is C2. So I will say clear screen, and again I will say docker run, let's give name, I will say C2, port mapping I will say 8200 now :8080, and then the image. So yes, it looks like the container C2 has been started successfully. And now to ping to C1 from within C2, of course we need to go inside C2, right? So I will open another tab of PowerShell. Let's maximize clear screen. I will say docker ps, and yes, we can see C1 and C2 are running. Now first let's verify the network setting of C2. So again I will say docker inspect C2, let's say enter. And again guys, say this networks is bridge. So again it is the part of same bridge network. So again bridge is the default network, and the IP address of this C2 container is this one. So again let's copy it and let's paste it in notepad. So just write this. So you see C1 0.3 and C2 0.4, but the important thing is they are part of the same bridge network, that is they are part of the same network. So from C2 we should be able to ping or to connect to C1, right? And for that let's clear screen, and now let's go inside C2. So I will say docker execute interactive mode. Important thing, we have to run as user root, Actually, first we have to find the container ID of C2. So let's just copy and delete this. I'll say docker ps. Let me paste it again, and C2 is 07A, and here I will say slash bin slash sh, that is we are going inside this C2 container. Actually it's 07C. See this. So we are inside this container C2, and now we should be able to ping to this container C1, right? So let's just copy this, and here I will say ping center. So it says ping is not found. So basically ping is a tool to check network connectivity. So obviously we need to install ping. So I will run this command. Again guys, I will share this command in the description of this video, and let's say enter. So it looks like it's working. So again I will say ping and private IP of container C1. So again let's copy this. Let's paste it over here, and I will say enter. And yes, we are able to connect to C1 from C2. And again it's because C1 and C2, they are part of the same network.